Well, evening, morning, afternoon, global population from Fisher, taking Marley for a walk. The boy and the cat. I'm not sure if you can see him there, yeah? And the boy.
Fallout in Fortnite.
Just fall out of Fortnite in again. Right. Well, now that I've got that out of the way.
Daddy?
What? Hurry up.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh yeah, Will's in trouble.
No, I mean, Dr. Disrespect.
Oh yeah, we know about him. Anyway, in the background you're probably seeing my voting slip with my the words "I do not consent" proudly written across it. That's how I voted. Results still haven't come in yet, so we're not sure who's going to win, but it's likely going to be Starmer, maybe Farage and Reform in opposition. Now, this entire election has opened up a real can of worms, pardon me, and shown the divisions that it's made within our little sphere quite apparent again. It's another situation that's just like the Gaza and Israel situation. A divisive point. While most of us don't consider voting to be worth anyone's time or energy, others clearly do. And those that clearly do have naturally sort of gravitated towards reform. But some have gone for the other route, which is I do not consent. Now, many of you are probably of the mind that this is a pointless exercise. That basically, just not taking part in the system is probably the best way to go. Well, yeah, you see, there's a problem with that, because that's exactly what they want. They want a low turnout. They want a low turnout because it's easier to manipulate the result. It also means that they can basically put you down as being present and voting whichever way they want quite easily, without you ever being any the wiser. This is why I do not consent is so important. Doing that rather than not turning up is so important, because they can't do that then. Your name's already been down, and even if it is a spoiled vote, it's still counted. So they can't then manipulate your vote after that, because it's already been cast. This way, when it does turn out that there's far more spoiled votes than there are any other votes, people start to ask questions. Why were they spoiled? What was wrong with them? So then they have to divulge that most people were writing I do not consent on the ballots. Do not consent to what? Do not consent to the government. Well, we can't set one up. Not turning up and not participating just basically means you're playing into their hands. And as you've probably seen in the background, that document's from the CIA talking about voter apathy and how they rig elections and how low voter turnout is more beneficial to them than actual high turnout. Even though your vote is spoiled, it still matters. Because they can't manipulate it. Come on, what do you get? Marley, come on. And this is what I tried to get across. Now, with any luck, next time, people will be a bit wiser. And may actually give putting I do not consent some consideration, some serious consideration, without just dismissing it offhand. Because, obviously, we only had a couple of months to prepare, even not prefer, would have preferred longer, but we only had a couple of months to prepare, and naturally we couldn't get any sort of decent campaign revolving around that going. But now we can, if we start now. So that's what we're doing. The only way we're going to get a shake-up of this system is to pull it down from within. That's it. It's the only way we can do it. And we're not going to get any parties doing that for us. So they've all got their own vested interest, no matter who they are. Even independents. So I do not consent is the way to go, because I think it abolishes the whole parliament. Now, this next election, depending on who's in the opposition and how they react to the policies enacted by Labour, whether they actually put up any kind of fight, I have a feeling that this next election is going to come around far quicker than people actually think. People are on the cusp of waking up, still on the fence. This Labour government, when they get in, they're going to enact such batshit crazy policies that people are going to be forced to wake up. Policies like completely open borders, amnesties for illegal immigrants, carrying on the same status quo with them as well. Same two-tier police system, more stricter restrictions on free speech. That's another one. Getting us back into the EU. That's another one that they've all promised. Stated quite publicly as well. Come on then, you come in, mister. All things that the people voting for Labour, most of them, because they want change, and they don't really trust Farage. All those people are going to get a rude awakening, and very soon and very quickly they're going to start calling for another election. We want them out. Same thing happened with the Lib Dems, who were in 6 months during the 70s and then they were kicked out. This is going to happen again, but with Labour, unless Farage can pump the brakes a little on those measures and prolong it a bit, which is what I think he's going to be in opposition for. We need Starmer to really not have any opposition whilst he's in power, to enact the policies that he said he's going to enact. Because the quicker he puts them in place, the quicker people wake up, and the less damage it'll do overall. Yes, it'll be painful at first, but like when you're ripping a plaster off, you do it quickly, you don't do it slowly. Farage being in opposition, like I said, will likely pump the brakes and prolong that hurt. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Hurry up. Hurry up.
It's coming. The animation is coming.
Alright, well there we go.